Ghana for or for the CMN Kassan breaking news about to from Electoral Commission for office or for Electoral Commission CMN Kasano or the final date at the Aba for ye Akwitia by elections. Mama is Akwitia for no so no. I was a by elections be a call so almost more constituency because MP no wakan chini godofo. It is CMN Kasano. Electoral Commission ejebo eja enya ba bedu. Electoral Commission the final date for Akwitia by elections no aba and NDC fonso omudi omo list aba date aba omo so modu beye omo internal primaries odofo moma enko na enko tisa nsemu nyina right from Electoral Commission for omo breaking news and also omo official letter betodwa the embassy here Ghanatube so.
Right, and Mr. Tanko Computer, we also know that the Electoral Commission has not formally even been notified by Parliament, and they've also not come out with a date as to when a by-election will or could be held. Why is the NDC in a hurry? Or why would you want to, go ahead of the EC and Parliament for that matter?
Interestingly enough, today there was an IPAC meeting today. To discuss Akwitia. That means that the Electoral Commission has received official notification. I mean, without it, they wouldn't have invited us for IPAC meeting. My colleague, Deputy, who is currently at the helm of affairs, Madi Jibril, and then Loyata represented us at the IPAC. The NPP also came in there, and other political parties were there at the IPAC meeting, and it was discussed dispassionately. The Electoral Commission gave us timelines. They gave us a 5th to 7th for filing of nomination, 5th to 7th August, filing of nominations, and elections will be held on 2nd September. This is the timetable they gave us at the IPAC today. Wow. My colleagues were there, and then they reported to us. I mean, so we are not jumping the gun. We're just following the discussion at IPAC today, and then the timetable as given to us by the Electoral Commission. So we are not jumping. We are not jumping the gun. We are law-abiding people. We took cue from the Electoral Commission for haven't given us this indication. It means they have received a formal notification. I'm sure if they hadn't received a formal notification, I don't think they would have announced this timetable that right. From 5th August to 7th August, that is about 2 days, they will receive nominations for Akwitia by-elections, and then they will hold the election on the 2nd of September. That means they have received a notification from Parliament. I'm very sure of that.
Certainly, and thank you for also letting us know about this, that the EC has met with the parties and said that nominations for the Akwitia by-election will be opened between the 5th and 7th August, and then the by-election itself will be held on the 2nd of September. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Now, let's look at the conversation from, maybe a moral perspective, which is that why is the NDC wanting to contest when, sadly, your opponent has died, the party is still mourning, they've not even buried the individual in question, Ernest Kumi, but the NDC is eager. With all the majority you already have in Parliament, they're still looking to get more. Why is that?
Well, we share their grief. I mean, we are all human, we are all mortals. We share their grief. And then that's why initially in my opening remarks, I say we don't wish anybody dead. I mean, in this country, a beautiful country of Ghana, we want everybody to be alive, but nature must take its own course. Naturally, when it happens like that, I mean, of course, governance must continue. We can't ground the country because we've lost our dear one. Governance will continue. The people of Akwitia will need representation, and it's constitutional. As soon as Electoral Commission receive such notification, they cannot say they won't conduct an election to get a representation for the good people of Akwitia. The risk being dragged to court over that. I mean, so despite the loss of our beloved former MP, I mean, we still have to go and get an MP to represent the good people of Akwitia. And let me put it on record. The NDC, by our numbers, Ghanaians have massive confidence in them. That's why they are giving us these numbers. They know we can manage, and they have seen evidence. They've seen evidence of our management. That is why they gave us this Ablekumanoff. Look at the way we turned the tide against the NPP and won the Ablekumanoff. They are seeing the good works of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The confidence level is there. The people are leaving testimonies to it.
Order for when a breaking news about to dry CCC and Electoral Commission at the final date for your Akutia by-elections, or the Aba Electoral Commission and all the final date for Akutia by-elections, or the Aba between almost 2nd September. Afia Yewumia 2nd September Akutia by-election date. And now is so various political leaders and as a various political parties and on the 5th to 7th some form of candidates in Bra. In this year, an Electoral Commission, the final date for Akutia by-elections now 2nd September. Or see on the 5th to on the 7th August year Yibabi Rimuyano. Various political parties in NPP and NDC for Omunfa Omu candidates and Bra for when they are breaking news case able to draw Ghanatube and beginning in a but of Moenco, Nayanko chance and Sumadia.
And so they want peace of mind for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to continue to give them the goodies. I'm sure yesterday you just heard the budget as presented. And I cannot tell you, I've met a cross-section of Ghanaians here in London, and they are full of praise for John Dramani Mahama, the way he's handling the economy. They are feeling it even here. And they are saying that they wish that they could come back to support Ghana because what is going on in the country now is unprecedented. And then so it's natural that the Akotia people will want to be part and parcel of this good governance structure that everybody is enjoying. The other constituencies are enjoying. And then so naturally they will vote for us. And that's why I'm saying that we actually want it. But because of the rigging machinery, and because of time, I would have gone through the figures and you see the presidential results and that of parliamentary results, and some votes cannot be accounted for, almost 2,000.
Right.
Where did they get it from? And
right.
Because of the rigging of those polling stations, I'm telling you, those polling stations, they naturally rig the election for the parliamentary polls in order to get NSCOMI into it. And that's why we're challenging them.
Right.
And so now they won't have that luxury to do what they did in 2024. And I can assure you, any candidate who is going to emerge as our candidate for the primaries that we are going to hold, I can assure you that person is going to win the parliamentary election on the 2nd of September.
I'm sure the MPP will also, express same confidence in their candidate. But in concluding this conversation, should we expect that just like the last by-election where we saw, or a number of elections where we've seen leadership of the party go there to campaign for their candidate, same should be expected when you finally do settle on your candidate, where, for instance, yourself will be in Akwetia to campaign?
Of course, I can assure you, leadership, everybody, as soon as we get a candidate, we are all going to move. In fact, I'm coming down to support my colleague at the directorate, election directorate, so that we zoom into the constituency. We want to win the place with massive difference. That is what we are trying to do. We will move in there. I can assure you, leadership, like what we did for Ablekumanoff. You saw that it was led by our national chairman himself. The general secretary was in attendance. All the party bigwigs were in Ablekumanoff. We are not living in a stone unturned. Because look, this country needs resetting, and we've started the resetting. And then so we don't, you saw what is going on in the country.
Yeah.
Just a few of them now, 87, look at what they are doing. And then so we just have to make sure that at least let Ghanaians let them know that they need to rest for some time and see how governance is being played out in the country.
Okay.
I mean, so we cannot allow and cut off Akotia people. They need to be part of the resetting agenda. They need an NDC parliamentary MP to sit in parliament and do business for them, so that they also enjoy the fruit of good governance.
Okay. Rashid, Tanko Computer, thank you so much for making time to speak with us this evening. He is the Deputy Director of Elections and IT of the National Democratic Congress.
Order for when they are breaking news, just say from Electoral Commission for Omakachi Pam, Musumedini in Ghanatube. This year, Kasano Electoral Commission at the final date for Akutia by-elections number at 2nd September. And I face one of various political parties in NPP and NDC for wa mo eye fit to 7th August so mo for mo candidate mbra ntodofo we ena e breaking news abeto dwa me so be gini nyina bro e wo Ghana for mamre fi say mobile like no ma subscribe no ma share no ma hit notification bell so am say na be ya bring ya bibia drop content say ya wo wonya ne tempa no ahwe witi amodofo ha ena me dey breaking news e fi electoral commission na be si e wo Ghanatube makra mu nyina me da wo nyina